Hello everyone, welcome to my course titled CIS TSM 603 Project Management. My name is Dr. Vlad Krotov and I will be instructor for this course. I would like to emphasize that this video is not meant to replace the course syllabus. You're still required to read the syllabus for this course. In fact, I encourage you to read attentively every section, every detail of the syllabus, because as you well know, at this stage of your academic career, a syllabus is a very important document that everybody needs to be knowledgeable in before commencing on any course. So once again, this course is not meant to be a replacement for your course syllabus. It is rather a hands-on introduction to the course that will help you to get started with this course and the course materials and requirements from a practical standpoint. So as you can see on your screen, it's largely about the Canvas content of this course. But let me give you a short overview of this course, something that you can find in the syllabus as well. As you can tell from the name of this course, it is devoted to project management. To expand on that, it is devoted to the main ideas, concepts, principles, techniques, and theories of project management. So this course is meant to give you a very broad conceptual overview of the field of the profession of project management. But there is a hands-on component to this course as well. As a part of your individual project requirement, you will have to create a project management plan that contains very typical and widely used documents or deliverables in the field of project management. The content of this course is very much aligned with the so-called Project Management Book of Knowledge, which is a set of guidelines and a list of content materials recommended by the Project Management Institute. Project Management Institute is the organization behind various well-respected and widely known PMP certification, Project Management Professional certifications. So in theory, after completing this course, you should be able to sit in one of the PMP exams. Although to sit in one of the PMP exams, you need to qualify from experience standpoint as well. You need to have a number of years of full-time project management experience to qualify for the certification. But on the top of that, this course also includes an overview of the so-called agile approach to project management. There's a module in this course that gives you an overview of Scrum, which is probably one of the most widely used methodologies in agile development. So we'll have an overview of that as well. So I think you made the right choice by registering for this course. You see, I always tell my students that project management is not going anywhere. Now, this particular course is set in the IT/telecommunications context, but you probably understand that project management exists in all fields of human endeavor, be it education, and this is where I have extensive experience in project management, or non-profit sector, or retail, or even arts, right? Project management is even used to manage creative projects such as production of movies, songs, books, and so forth. In fact, project management has existed since the ancient times. For example, when Egyptian pyramids were built, and we are talking about several thousands years ago, those were huge projects involving a lot of people, a lot of tools, a lot of resources, and they had to be managed in an organized, maybe somewhat scientific way to achieve favorable results for those construction projects. So what I'm trying to say is that project management has been around for thousands of years, and I think it will be around as long as the human civilization exists. So I think it's a very valuable course for your career and life in general, because I'm hoping that some of the things that you will learn in this course will also be applicable to self-management. So that's an overview of this course. So let's get started with this course in Canvas. So I'll be using my mouse cursor to point to some of the things that I'm talking about. As you can see from our Canvas page, our course is organized in a very linear fashion. So basically what happens is that you need to start at the top right here and then keep going down until you reach the bottom. Probably the only exception from that linearity is those additional materials section right here at the bottom. I'll be referencing some of those materials in my video lectures, but overall I'm encouraging you to explore those materials. Just take a look at the papers, manuals, and videos that I have posted here. if you have time. If you have time, I highly encourage you to explore all those additional materials. But the end, the end activity for this course is the final exam that is scheduled on August 5th. By the way, the course is set up in a way where each assignment, for example, each quiz, each deliverable has a deadline, but naturally, of course, you can submit all those assignments before the deadline. So as long as you're before the date, you're okay. As long as you take the final exam on or before August 5th, you should be okay. Now, I didn't log the modules. In other words, of course, you're required to complete all those chapters 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6 that comprise the final exam. But I'm not locking module. There's a feature that allows me to lock the final exam until you complete all those modules. I'm not doing that just to give more flexibility to you as to how you complete this course. But naturally, since final exam comes after all those chapters, it means that the exam covers chapters 6 through 10. So you need to complete those modules first before you attempt the final exam. And the same thing applies to midterm exam. You need to complete all those things before you take the midterm exam. So please be mindful of that. And maybe the other exception from nonlinearity, or maybe it's not an exception, it actually fits into this linear model, is this individual project. Now remember, the individual project is a very important component of your final grade. It comprises 40% of your final score. That's why I encourage you to start working on it as soon as you can, maybe even before the semester officially starts in July. So I encourage you to start looking at this assignment, sharing your ideas with me, brainstorming about the organization or the specific project within this organization that you'll be planning for. So start working on this as soon as possible, because it's due on August 3rd. It's a big project, and it's due relatively soon because it's a summer course, short summer session. So don't put it off. Start working on this from the very beginning of this course. In fact, I'm giving you plenty of time to start working on it even before the semester starts. Okay, so where do you start? Well, you start at the very bottom. I'm sorry, at the very top. Since you're watching this video, it means you already clicked on this link. So this video can be accessed from here. Also, if you click on this video link or any other video link here, like for example for video lectures, you will be redirected to our YouTube channel where you have all the videos that you will ever need posted. So start at the very top. The first thing I'm asking you to do is to introduce yourself in the introductions thread. Just tell hi, my name is this. I'm a student majoring in TSM. Tell us a little bit about your professional experience, what kind of work experience you have. Maybe tell us a little bit about yourself as a person. What you like to do in your spare time, what kind of hobbies you have. Maybe tell us something about your family. So this is for us to get to know each other. I'm not going to make a post here about myself because my instructor bio is right here. It's optional. You don't have to read it. You won't be tested over it. Just make sure you know my name. So that's all you need to know for the purposes of this course. You just need to know my name, which is Vlad Krotov. If you have any general course questions, I'm not talking about course content like chapter 1, chapter 2, or individual project, but general questions about how we are organized for this course, about deadlines, about deliverables, about the syllabus, then post your questions here. So this is something general related to course organization and not necessarily the course content. So start looking at the course, and if you have questions, general questions, post them here. Now, what you need to complete first, you need to complete the so-called introduction to the course module, and this is where all the deadlines kick in. First of all, make sure you carefully read the syllabus, because the syllabus goes into details about grading, about requirements, about the content of this course. If you have time, or if you have desire, take a look at my instructor bio. So it gives you like some background about it gives you some information about my professional background so that you know who is the instructor behind this course. But again, this is optional. I'm not requiring you to do that, and you won't be tested over my bio, of course. Then I suggest you read 3 articles related to project management. I selected those 3 articles because they're the fundamental reads that will give you a very good introduction into the field of project management. the main ideas of project management, the main issues or problems of project management. So they're very useful. First of all, I'm asking you to read the so-called Chaos Report by Standish Group. Anyone who is in the field of project management has read this article. It talks about some of the common reasons behind project failures, specifically technology failures. I'll be referencing this Chaos Report throughout this course. It's also mentioned in your textbook. I think in several chapters this Chaos Report is discussed. So there'll be questions over this report for sure during your quizzes and exams. Then read about IT project management, infamous failures, classic mistakes, and best practices. Again, a very good introduction to the field of project management. And also I'm asking you to read a case about a failed project that I wrote. It's called Natural Springs case. It will give you a good introduction into those softer human, organizational, political issues of project management. And I'll be using this case for illustrating some of the ideas in project management as we go through this course. So that's why you need to read it as well. Yeah, this is a link to our YouTube channel. So all of our videos, including this video, all chapter videos are posted here. So you can always revisit those videos. Now, just because we have all lectures from chapters 1 through 10 recorded in a voice over PowerPoint format and posted to YouTube, that does not mean that you don't have to read the book. I mean, I highly encourage you to read the book, and maybe you can use both your book and those videos to study for this course. Maybe you will read your textbook first, your chapter first, and then you will use my video lectures to review and see my take on the material presented in each chapter. Sometimes there are small discrepancies between my video lectures and the chapter material. And by that I mean, like, sometimes I'm not covering everything that is mentioned in a particular chapter. Like, sometimes I kick out things that I believe are repetitive or not, or just in general not very useful. So but nevertheless, my video lectures are completely based on the chapters of your textbook. Now, once you complete this module, once you read the syllabus, once you do those readings, I require you to take the Introduction to the Course quiz. Okay. Now, this is a special quiz. You see, as it is discussed in the syllabus, you have 2 attempts for each quiz. 2 attempts. So you take it once, and you see your score, and if you miss some questions, you can go back, you can see the material, you can study the material for those questions, and then go back and retake the quiz to improve your grade. So you see, my quizzes are not meant to catch you off guard. They're more, they're meant to be more of a self-study, self-exploration tool, so that you know what you know from a particular chapter or what you don't know from a particular chapter. Also, it will help you to prepare for the actual exams. I'm talking about midterm exam and final exam, because the kind of questions you will see in your quizzes will be similar in format to the questions that you will see for your midterm and final exam. So my quizzes are not timed. You have 2 attempts for each quiz, and each quiz is only 1% towards your final grade. But nevertheless, you need to proceed with those quizzes to show me that you're mastering the course material as you're working on your individual project as well. But the only exception from that is this quiz. This quiz is timed. You have 20 minutes. There are 23 questions, I believe. And it also requires you to use Lockdown Browser with a webcam. So Respondus Lockdown Browser is an application that is meant to take you through some anti-cheating security procedures. So you need to have that installed before you take this quiz. And also you need to have a working webcam, because as you take this quiz, you'll be monitored, your behavior in your environment will be monitored to prevent cheating, right? So I'm not suspecting that you will cheat, but this is the security procedure that is mandated nowadays by the College of Business, because there have been some cases of cheating, unfortunately. So I'm not saying you're planning to cheat. I'm just saying we have this mandatory security procedure in place. Now, the reason I set up this quiz in this way, in the strict way, is that for you to get a sense of what kind of technical requirements you have to go through when you take actual exams. I'm talking about midterm exam and final exam. Because the rest of the quizzes, starting with chapter 1 quiz, they're not timed. You have 2 attempts, and you don't need to use your webcam or Lockdown Browser. Because once again, my quizzes are more like study guides, self-study, self-exploration tools, and not something that is meant to catch you off guard or somehow formally assess you, right? You will be formally assessed, during the midterm and final exams. So please do that. Maybe you can, if you have problems understanding, what Lockdown Browser is all about, if you haven't used it before, I suggest read this handout that comes from the company that develops this solution. So take a look at this overview guide or start guide. Again, make sure Lockdown Browser is installed. Make sure you have a working webcam before you attempt this quiz, which is due fairly soon, by the way. It's due during the first official week of this course. Okay. Also, as I told you before, as soon as you can, maybe even before the semester starts, start looking at your individual project, because your individual project is 40% of your final grade. So this is the submission link that you will use on August 3rd. You will upload your report. This is where you will download the template and instructions. So it will tell you what kind of sections you need to have in your report, what kind of information you need to put in those sections. Also, take a look at project management plan rubric. Project management plan rubric is something that I will use for grading your report. So you will see exactly the things on which you'll be graded upon. So you can start working towards those goals and objectives to maximize your grade. Also, I highly recommend to take a look at Effective Writing handout, because this project is largely about writing about project management. And a lot of students, they fail to get the grade that they deserve, although they understand the material, because of their poor writing skills. Okay, so this handout will tell you exactly what I'm expecting in terms of writing, what kind of things you need to look for to make sure your writing is well organized, clear, and most importantly, can be understood by me. Because if I cannot understand your ideas due to poor writing, then unfortunately I cannot give you a good grade. I mean, how can I give you a good grade for something that I don't understand, or something that's so disorganized or poorly written? So please do that. Also, there is something called, well, there is a software that I'm sure you know about. It's called Microsoft Project. I'm not requiring you to use this software for this course, although I'm encouraging you, not requiring, but encouraging you to use the software for this course. This software can be downloaded for free. We have an arrangement as an educational institution. We have an arrangement with Microsoft where you can go to their website. I'm a bit confused in the names of this website, because it used to be called DreamSpark or something like that. Now it's called Microsoft Imagine. But nevertheless, the instructions are right here. Now, to be able to download Microsoft Project or any other Microsoft software from that website, you need to have an account. With this website with Microsoft. Now, most students have that account because they used some Microsoft products in their prior courses, and here it talks about how you log in will look like. If you don't have an account with Microsoft, then let me know. I will let our IT director know so that he will set up an account for you. Let me expand on Microsoft Project software. This is a very commonly used software in project management. It allows you to do a lot of things in relation to project planning, project management. Again, I'm not requiring you to use this software. If you don't have time, if you don't have any motivation to use the software, you can complete your individual project without it. For example, as a part of your individual project, you will have to create Gantt charts or networking diagrams or work breakdown structures. All those things can be done in Excel, Microsoft Word, or PowerPoint. Okay. However, if you master Microsoft Project, and by the way, it will probably take you an hour. Maybe I'll post later a YouTube tutorial on Microsoft Project, but you can find those in abundance on YouTube. Like, you can watch a 20-minute, 1-hour tutorial on Microsoft Project, and that's all you need to get started with this software. So if you choose to, I believe that if you use this software for this course, not only you will learn something about this software, but you will also save quite a bit of time. Because what happens is that you can rapidly generate professionally looking deliverables for individual project using this software. For example, you can enter all the activities, all the processes in your work breakdown structure using the software. So you just enter all the tasks for your project, and once you enter all those tasks, the software will rapidly generate, just with one click of button, it will generate for you Gantt chart, it will generate networking diagram, and maybe something else that you may need, right? So that's why I highly encourage you to take a look at the software. I don't think it's that hard to learn how to use it, at least for the purposes of our individual project. And then proceed through the course. Start with chapter 1. By the way, if you have, sorry, I'll return back to this module. If you have any questions about your individual project, post them here. Okay. The first thing I'm asking you to post is your idea for a project, basically what you need to do, and it's explained here. You need to create a plan for a project for a specific organization, right? So help them plan to implement a particular project. So give me your ideas here. Just post your ideas here, saying, "Hello, I'm thinking about doing, creating a project management plan for, I don't know, for Murray Elementary School, and this project will involve installing a lab." So that kids can use to learn, this lab to learn technology. What do you think about this idea? So make sure you discuss your ideas with me. In a way, I don't mind any kind of project, any kind of idea, as long as this project is related to telecom or IT, and as long as it's manageable, because I don't want you to start working on a project that is too big to wrap your brain around, especially during a 5-week summer course, right? So make sure it's something small, it's something related to IT, something manageable, something you can easily complete within the next few weeks, okay? And then start going through the rest of the modules of this course in Canvas. So start with chapter 1. Those are the slides that I'm using for chapter 1. This is my video presentation, okay? Once you study chapter 1, you need to complete chapter 1 quiz. If you have any questions about chapter 1 material, then post your questions here. Also, I'm encouraging you to respond to questions of your peers. So for example, if somebody asks a question and you know the answer, you can post your answer here. In fact, this is highly encouraged, and keep in mind that your course participation is 8% of your final grade. Now, this is a very subjective grade component. I will use my own impression about the quality and the quantity of your participation in this course. What I'm trying to say is that you don't have to talk a lot, but you just need to make meaningful contributions to show me that you're involved with this course, that you're participating in this course. Again, this grade is subjective. I apologize. So just because you're writing like a lot of things and a lot of those things do not make any sense, right? It doesn't mean that I'll give you a good grade. So be reasonable. Make sure you're actively involved in this course. Ask questions. Help other people if they have questions. So please make sure you regularly participate in this course with quality questions and quality contributions. And then proceed to chapter 2. Again, the structure is the same. Between chapters 2 and 3, there's a Scrum module that introduces you to the so-called Agile approach to project management. There's also a quiz based on that. It's based on the Scrum guide and a short 10-minute video tutorial. Then once you cover chapters 3, 4, and 5, you should be ready to take your midterm exam. Now, for now, the midterm exam is password protected, so you cannot take it now, but in 1 week it will become active. So whenever you're ready, meaning whenever you complete chapters 1 through 5 and the Scrum module and you review all those materials, you should be able to take the midterm exam. After the midterm exam, you will proceed with chapters 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the final exam is only based on chapters 6 through 10. So it's only based on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chapters. Okay, so it's a bit less material because for the midterm exam, you have chapters 1 through 5, plus the Scrum module. But again, let me emphasize this once again. You should be working on your individual project as you proceed through those chapters. So start working on it now. Don't wait until the end of the semester to complete your project, because it's not going to work like that. It's a big project. You need to be working now. Once again, I would like to mention that we have additional course materials, so I'll be referencing some of those materials in my lectures. Again, if you have time, explore those materials, see what I have posted here. As the syllabus explains, if you ever have any questions, first of all, I encourage you to pose those questions to Canvas. If it's something personal, something not related to the content of this course, something that you would like to discuss with me personally, then send me an email. Also, if you want to have a long conversation with me, sort of online / face-to-face, I can give you my Skype. In fact, it's in the syllabus. Just add me in Skype and tell me who you are so we can arrange a Skype meeting. Also, I'll be here most of the July, with the exception of the week between like July 22nd, July 28th, something like that. So if you're here in Murray, or you would like to meet with me in person, we can also arrange that. But again, I would like to emphasize that this is an online course. There is no requirement for you to meet with me face-to-face or even in Skype, right? So it can all be done online. The course is designed that way. So I'm here to help you in any way I can, using any channel that I'm reasonably capable of. So with that being said, I would like to wish you best of luck in this course. Again, I think you made the right choice by taking this course. The skills, the knowledge that you will get in this course will be useful in all kinds of fields of endeavor that you will be involved. So once again, thank you for registering for this course, and I wish you best of luck.